In this video guys, I'm going to show you how you can be a successful no money spent player in NBA 2K26 MyTEAM. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel right now. That is probably the first tip, honestly. I'm dropping videos on how I can help people be successful on my team constantly, keeping you updated with new things that come out in the mode. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel right now. Now, I'll be the first to say Season 2 is awful. So if you just started my team, you started at the worst time possible. But Season 3 is not too long away, and it's going to be a December, Christmas, New Year season. It's going to be the season of giving, basically. It is honestly going to be the perfect time to start my team, in my opinion. I'm taking a bit of a guess, but that's just my assumption, is I think Season 3 is going to be amazing. First thing I want to talk about is locker codes. Although we don't get a ton of locker codes, when we get them, you don't want to miss out on them. Whether they're free, easy MT, easy players to get, easy packs, whatever the case may be, you need to make sure that you're punching in all of the locker codes. Now, 2K dropped their locker codes on their social media, so I would follow their Twitter or their Facebook. They also drop them here in the My Team page. If there's ever a locker code, they will drop it here as well. But I know people don't just flick through this to see if there's a new locker code, so I would recommend following their social medias. Again, I would follow my social media as well. I post the locker codes everywhere whenever I find out about them. I'll make YouTube shorts, I'll make TikToks, I'll post on Twitter. I'll do everything I can, my Discord, whatever I can. I'll share that code out to as many people, to as many of my followers as I possibly can. We also find out when there's going to be a locker code during an NBA game sometimes, which we're actually going to find out tomorrow. There is a locker code during the Lakers versus OKC game, so you can watch. You don't have to watch that game. 2K won't post that locker code though. That won't get posted. It will get posted in the NBA game, and that's when someone like me will then share the locker code to my followers. So that's probably going to be a free pack of the new Swift promo, would be my guess, but it could be anything. Regardless, you want to type it in no matter what it is. Next, we have the exchange. Now, we have the event, which we all know of, and I would recommend, if you're going to do the event, to get this OG, to get this Patrick Ewing, very easy cards to get. These Amethyst cards I would recommend getting. There's always going to be budget options if we have events like this, and if you're still grinding pumpkins after it, that's when I would look at getting a 92 plus or a 10 box. These cards right here is going to take you so much grinding. You can do it, but it's going to cost either money or just hours upon hours upon hours of grinding. I would look at actually obtainable rewards that makes the game enjoyable and still somewhat rewarding. Now that's just for the Chills event. And then we get cards like this. These right here are for money spent players. Don't even look at these. You don't even need them. Same with this right here. These cards right here are for money spent players. Maybe not Desmond Bain, but these diamond cards, these are the ones you want to be looking at, and the Amethyst as well. These are cards you can actually get without spending money, and that are actually really good cards as well. So if 2K drops something like this, don't look at the best thing they drop at the second best thing they drop, which then leads me on to my next tip, which is get really good at the game. If you get good at the game, using cards like this, you're not going to notice a difference when you're not using cards like this, because there's really not much of a difference. These are put into the game for people that are willing to spend ridiculous amounts of MT or money, and 2K will add them into the game so people do that. These right here are just as good, if not sometimes better. This Sangoon and this Aiden are absolutely amazing cards, and I mean 2K haven't even dropped a center right here. I mean, when you're looking at the center, Jokic is obviously good at the point guard, but if you're taking center Jokic or Aiden, I'd say Aiden might be the better card, honestly. This Aiden is a god. And then there's really budget cards. I mean, you've got this card who is a tall point guard, you've got some good shooters, you've got some good height. These cards are really awesome options as well, and they don't take much to actually get them. These are really easy. You can get these cards for reasonably cheap throughout grinding MT. Next up, we have challenges. There are lots of things there's a few things you can do in the challenges. Daily challenges, there's 5,000 MT to make every single day. I would recommend doing this. They're really easy. It's either play single player games or play one multiplayer game, then it's win 2 games and then get 100 points overall. Over all the games you play, get 100 points, assists plus rebounds. That's so easy. You can get this done right here in 5 triple threat games offline breakout max, and you're gonna get 5,000 MT for that. That's really good daily reward. The season 2 ones, I would recommend if there's an event, getting these done as well are super easy. You only need one Swift player. That's only one player of the most recent promo. That's easy to get. These right here, I would recommend getting as well because you get an 87 plus, an 84 plus, an 80 plus, and whatever that is. But these are wild gem cards. Now they're not auctionable, but if they're not auctionable, you can still use them in the exchange. So these are really good just to stack these up because you might save yourself a few thousand MT when you're trying to get like an 8 or something like that. You might get a card that you can use for that exchange. So those are really good actually as well. A challenge like this, I wouldn't recommend it. A 90 plus WNBA player, just a waste of time, honestly. And then we go over to weekly challenges, and 2K have been dropping moments cards. There have been a lot of good NBA performances recently, and we're hoping to see a lot more, but I would recommend getting these done no matter what because they're really easy. Now this Laurie card I would say is probably the best moments card we have got so far when it comes to the moments promo. So a card like that I definitely recommend getting. He's still around for 5 days. And then we get ones like Donovan Mitchell, who's not really amazing. If you're brand new to the game, definitely get him, but it's not going to take long for you to replace a card like this Donovan Mitchell. But regardless, play 15 games, you're probably just gonna do it anyway. Even if you weren't, I would still recommend get them no matter what. Get different cards, try different cards. It just makes the game that they're easy to get, so it just makes the game more enjoyable. And then we have other challenges like this. I really don't think these ones are really that worth it. Like this stuff right here, if you're bored out of your mind, I guess you can do it, but it's not something I would honestly stress over. Same with the lifetime challenges. There's not much here, you know, 500 dunks and you get a legend to posterize a badge. It's a lifetime challenge. It's not going anywhere. You'll get it done eventually. Same with locking in players. I wasn't actually going to talk about this, but I would not recommend locking in players. You get 10,000 MT per lock-in, but if you just sell cards you don't need, you're going to make a lot more than that. Next, I want to talk about King of the Court. King of the Court, I would have to say, is an absolutely useless game mode. I would ignore it. I would honestly not totally ignore it, but I mean, there have been 9 total King of the Court weekends and 5 people have won it. Like, the game mode is built for the top 0.01% of the people that play the game mode. The $10,000, I would honestly ignore it. If you can get tier 1, 2, 3, 4, it's great, sure, but still it takes a lot of time and it can be not that rewarding, especially if you're doing it week after week after week. You're normally going to fall within that same tier and then you'll just end up getting the same reward over and over. It's really not worth it. Even if you just play the 4 games, get a free deluxe pack and leave, that can be quite rewarding if you're just doing that, but I wouldn't put too much time into this game mode. It's really not designed for the majority of players, especially no money spent. But what game modes should you play is you should play game modes that you enjoy. That's the main thing. Play whatever mode that you enjoy playing. Breakout is great for offline, whether that's a gauntlet or regular breakout. Park is honestly pretty good. If you got a couple friends or all-star team up, they're really awesome game modes. Here are the park rewards at the moment. Good for getting pumpkins, 3-game win streak, 2,500 MT, a ruby pumpkin, ignite deluxe packs. That's a minimum of an amethyst player, and you can get all the way up to 20,000 MT. These rewards get updated and everything like that. But if you're getting good at the game and you've got a good friend or two that you can streak up with, this is a great way to enjoy the game mode and can be quite rewarding. These are the rewards for All-Star as well. Now it looks very rewarding. It says get 5 wins with the same squad and you earn 1 of these prizes. Now most likely you're going to get the 3,000 MT, the Chills Festivals pack, you know, the 90 plus, probably the Ignite pack. To get a 95 plus, 25,000 MT, those are obviously the top tier prizes, but if you're having fun with your friends, you can definitely pull this off now, and then you can keep grinding throughout just regular wins. It doesn't matter what squad you have, and you can get these rewards, which really aren't rewarding this season. We're hoping these get better next season. And then there's Showdown as well, which is the same basically as the King of the Court ones. It's a lot of playing for not much in return. maybe a 50 box of green machine packs. You could get lucky with a diamond Rudy Gate maybe, but overall this isn't very worth it. But again, hopefully season 3 it is worth it. And then we have the auction house. I recommend selling absolutely everything you have. I would never quick sell a card. You can quick sell a gold card like this for 425 MT, or if you find in the auction house, you can see that I can sell this card for probably 1800 MT. That is much better. No card is worth just quick selling in this 2K. Making MT, it's a funny one. It's kind of easy in some areas. In some areas it's a lot harder than it's ever been. So any player card especially, I would recommend selling. I would not quick sell players to make MT. And then there's sniping. Learning to snipe can be very beneficial. There's lots of videos out there on how to snipe, but basically you want to snipe a card for cheaper than what it's selling for. As an example, if I search for the cheapest diamond card on the auction house, and you can do this with all types of tier, so about 25,000 MT is the cheapest diamond. So if I bring the filter down to maximum buyout 20,000 MT and just keep refreshing like this, any diamond card that pops up, you're going to make a minimum of 5,000 MT. So that's one way you can make MT and learn the auction house. But still, you know, it is time consuming, but you know, at least at the same time, you're not spending any money doing something like this. You know, you can only make money doing this, only make MT. But if you go over to the collections, wild gem cards are super expensive because of those exchanges. So what you can do is you can search for specific cards that you want. Let's say I do a Ray Allen. You can search straight from the collection like this, and you can also do some sniping. You might find a Ruby Ray Allen pop up for 5,000 MT, and you might just be able to just scoop him up and make some MT. You know, I might search up Scottie Pippen because there's not many on the auction house, so there's not much scrolling. So it's easy to see that you're going to sell this Scottie for about a minimum of 15,000, maybe maximum 20,000 MT. So if you sell something for 10,000 MT, you might just want to pick it up. Here's a bit of an example right here. The cheapest of this card right here is 10,800 MT. The second cheapest is 14,000 MT. So you could buy this one hypothetically, relist for 14,000 and make some profit. That's just an example of what you can do here. And those are some tips, guys, on how you can get good at MyTEAM as a no money spend player and be successful on these game modes. So make sure you hit that sub button right now, like the video, and I'll catch you in the next upload.